Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to get into the first video of F1 2019. Before I do that, let's get into my setup. I do want to show you guys what I'm using, the bodginess of what I'm using, and then you guys can get a reference point from there. Okay, so this is my setup here. I've literally just got a recliner couch seat there as my race seat. The reason I chose that is because it's quite low, so it'll give me the closest sort of feel to an F1 car that I can afford anyway. Don't mind all the wires down there, but basically I've got a little racing stand that I've sort of modded up. I ended up cutting the top of the desk, of a side table desk, so I could extend the wheel out because I just felt I was a bit too upright for F1. So yeah, this is my setup. Very homemade, but yeah, it is bolted in, so nothing's coming off. It's quite sturdy, not wobbly at all. And the speaker down there is actually, yeah, it's a Bluetooth speaker, so I've got my sound coming from underneath the monitor sound. It's just obviously not going to cut it. All those wires are out of my way, or they will be out of the way before I start, but that's a rundown of my, my gear. Right, so let's jump straight into F1 2019. The first thing I've got to do is actually delete my save data so we can do this new career mode. So we'll go ahead and do that and make our character. So look, customization's not very well, man. Where's your face? Load in, right? Customization isn't there at all, really. You just get to pick from these avatars. None of them look like me, but yeah. You got some females to choose from this year, but the main reason I'm getting excited for F1 2019 career mode is because we get to start in F2. We do like a little story mode prequel before that, and this year we get driver transfers, which is awesome. You don't actually have to custom mod that stuff in now. It is there in the game, and I must say it's quite odd, you know, seeing Lewis Hamilton change over to Ferrari and all this stuff in the game. And also some of your F2 rivals will be joining us, so we'll just go ahead and pick this dude. I'm going to enter our details for our character. Might help if I actually enter the name first, so we'll go ahead, enter my name, enter my last name, and then we get to choose our little abbreviation. It'll pop up on the side, so our 3 letters for that, and I always use PEA. Audio name, I'm not going to pick anything that don't have any of my names in there. And driver number, I always choose 13 if it's available. Do I want to use the number 1 if I ever win a championship? Nah, that's cool, man. I'll keep my number 13. And we go ahead and confirm our profile now. But before we go ahead and get started, the first thing I need to do is actually go in and change my helmet, otherwise we get a very boring helmet to start. So we'll come across to customization, come across to driver. Look, here he is, peach pieced. Alright, and we'll choose a helmet. I generally always go with purple helmets. Seems to be my favorite color. But yeah, you can come through, have a look at these helmets. I've also got some you can purchase as well. I don't know if you're into that sort of thing. And I also heard there are custom mods, custom modded helmets that you can get. So that might be worth looking into in the future, but for now we'll just go ahead and pick this helmet here. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. It's a little bit pinky purple. We'll go to a darker blue purple. So yeah, a couple of options for you here, but remember, if you do go ahead and start your career, this is the helmet your character will be using. So good to go ahead and do that before you start your career, or you'll have the plain white boring helmet. There we go, looks pretty sick, I like that. You can come across change your gloves. I don't think that matters, because you pretty much use your team's gloves in career mode. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I'm not going to talk through the cutscenes, we're just going to enjoy the story mode. Let's get into it.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
Cool. This is another new feature, as I just said before, F2, which is awesome. Actually, you can get full seasons career mode starting in a DLC, which I think comes out in September, so look forward to that coming out soon. Let's go ahead and choose our F2 team. You can pick any team that you want, really. There doesn't seem to be, to me, any sort of performance difference between them. From what I've noticed, it could be pretty much the same to me. But the first thing you will notice about F2 is they do drive quite a bit differently. Now here we got the driver academy. You can change this. You're not stuck with Mercedes just because I went with Dams there. You can come and choose all the different driver academies. So we've got the Mercedes Academy, Ferrari Academy, Red Bull Academy, Renault. Oh, it's nice to launch himself there with McLaren. I'm going to go ahead and choose the Mercedes one because I want to get into either. I'm not quite sure which team I'm going to go with, but probably Racing Point or Williams we'll start with. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and select the Mercedes as the driver academy. Now let's get in. First thing I've got to do is change some gameplay settings. It will be just set to whatever the default is of the game since I deleted all the save data. I like vehicle damage on simulator, park firme on, flashbacks I'll have on because occasionally this game can just be annoying. Corner cutting, yeah, well, we'll go strict. Should we go strict? Race starts, we'll put that on manual. And this is just the press stuff, and yeah, here we go. Tire temperatures, we'll just leave a simulation. So we'll try and have it fairly close. Obviously, flashbacks aren't too close. Change the assist. So basically, we'll put on elite, but I'll change a couple of things. I have braking assist off, anti-lock brakes off, traction control off, all this stuff off. I will put pit assist on and pit release assist on because I don't know. I might change it, but I never really got into it when they changed that last year. DRS I'll just leave on automatic. ERS, sorry, I'll leave on automatic. And that's it for my settings. I should go back actually and change the difficulty because that will be on quite easy. I think we might do one shot. Might change this to one shot for this season. We'll just do a one shot qualifying, so if I stuff it, that's it. We'll be starting at the back. Difficulty. Oh man, I'm not super good at this game, hey, so we'll try at 70 and see how we go. No, we'll leave it at 70 and see how we go. I thought, yeah, we'll try a challenge. If I get my ass kicked, we'll go back and change that. And that's about it. This is going to be our settings for the whole career mode, but we can change them at any time. So let's get into this little story mode. It's the third event of the 2018 Formula 2 Championship mechanical issue presented blah blah blah. I cut out. Anyway, I'm sure he's about to talk about it, so let's just have a listen in here.
Dam's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
Right, turbo issue. So yeah, this is the first scenario it's putting us in. It's not a actual race. We've got about 3 or 4 laps to get through here, so come down to the... Oh my god, massive lock up to start with. That is excellent. First thing you notice is how much heavier these are. They're a little bit harder to drive than F1. We're getting asked to let our teammate by here because we are slower. We will do that. I'm not going to hold him up. So we let Lucas Weber, that's his name, we'll let him pass and basically try and carry on with the rest of our race. How we go?
Lucas wants me to pass on his thanks. I know it's frustrating.
Look at him zoom off, man. He must be like going a lot faster than me. So this is going to be fairly tricky, I think, to try and hold this, at least this 6th position. But that's what we're going to try and do. Alright, well, we come into the first corner here. Can be a little bit tricky in the F2 cars, but I seem to get it okay then. Yeah, but the key thing, I guess the key thing in any racing, but definitely with this, it is a lot harder to find your braking points. It's just a lot earlier. The car obviously isn't as quick as an F1 car, but it's definitely has its challenges. So at the moment, it looks like we've got a nice train queuing behind us, and just basically trying to keep my cool here. Oh, bit of understeer. It looks like we've got De Vries coming up behind us. Just not taking these corners yet, but I think we'll get used to it. By the time we get to the 3rd scenario, where they actually let us do a full race, I should be ready to roll. Wow, way overshot the hairpin there. Might lose a position here. I do. But I'm not going to give that up just yet. Let's try and keep on him. Try and keep in his slipstream. Let's try and fight back as quick as possible. I don't want to let him get a gap. So just try and stay cool here as we come up to the last chicane. And head around to the start of the next lap. We should get DRS here, which we do. As we just check, yeah, the rear flap is open. Couldn't really see the animation too well on this car, but it's definitely on. And we get that passed on nicely. Oh man, trying to hold it up though, coming into this corner. It's not easy, man. Alright, so we've got that. He doesn't seem to be back onto us too much yet. But like I said, I'm just trying to stay calm. Try and keep this P6. And try not to lock up into too many more corners and lose positions. Coming into one of my favourite parts of the track when you're driving F1 cars anyway. It's definitely a lot slower here in the F2, but I quite like this part of the track. Just being a bit more cautious, as I don't really have the feel of this car at all, really. You don't get to come into this session or anything being able to change your setup or sort of chuck straight in, so it'd be the same for everyone. This might suit people more. You might jump straight in and listen to that. Cruisy man, I won the race, but I am not doing that. We're just trying to keep out of trouble and keep the points position. Not actually sure if in this little F2 stint we do, if the results we get actually matter. I have heard it doesn't actually matter. You can DNF
This is your final lap of the race.
Yeah, you pretty much get the same result, but we'll try our best and go with whatever the game gives us, I guess.
Out to second the lap on the car behind.
So we're on our last lap now. We've still got the train behind us, but I'm pretty confident I can keep it behind me. Tyres are definitely starting to feel a little bit more slippery now, and I have had a few lockups. Oh my god, and as I say that, just not getting into that corner very good. De Vries though, to be honest, I thought it'd be a bit more aggressive. I think he'll be looking for a mistake from me. I'm not sure if he's just going to go for the overtake. There's not too many places on this track anyway, really, except for the straights. As long as I don't make a mistake. I feel like I can go faster through that corner, but I don't know. This car, I've got to brake a lot earlier here. Let's pull this up. Yeah, there we go. And that should set us up fairly nicely. Right. We're there. Oh, look at that. Teammate has won the race. So me letting him by either cost me a lot of points or is really good for the team. So, yay, me and team. Oh, look at that. Held the position. P6.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, mate. Well, there we go. Look at that. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll get to look at a podium now that I'm not actually part of.
Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Yeah, man. I helped you do that, dude. I could have held him up for laps if I wanted to. But we're going to go down the sportsman route, I think. There's my dude. Yeah. Oh, to do the recording too, guys, I did have to yeah, change a couple of settings because my capture device wouldn't really work on the settings I wanted, so I've had to change things around a little bit, so I hope that doesn't wreck the video too much. But yeah, here we go. Look at the F2 guys with their little champagne bottles. Pretty much the same as an F1 celebration, but we get to do that in our junior category as well. So congratulations to him. I think that's the only race I'm going to do for this video, guys. I'm going to try and keep them around 20-minute mark. But there we go. Lucas Webber in, I believe, in second, third. We're down in sixth. Yeah, not too bad. Alrighty, so this is the part basically where we get interviewed after our races, or qualifying, or practice sessions, and basically what we say, it's what you're thought of in the media.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview. Okay, we're all set over here. Just a minute.
Oh, cold.
Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
I am ready
Great.
for my interview.
So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here.
Will do.
Turn a little this way for me.
Okay.
Perfect. Ready?
Ready.
An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in?
I'm settling in well, thank you, Claire.
Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas?
We'll go, it was the right decision. We're a team.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Well, that's it. Okay, I didn't interview me as much as I thought.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever want to race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
Well, that guy was a bit of a douche, wasn't he? Oh well, join in for the next episode, guys, and we're going to do the next couple of parts of our F2 career. See you then. Cheers.